This is my adult female Brachypalm auratum, the Mexican flame knee. As you can see, she needs a bit. She's only just been put in this, but the substrate is drying out slowly. But she was in the last enclosure she was in. I've just tipped the substrate in, so it's a bit weirdly coloured. But I'm sure that won't hurt her. Yep, she's an adult female. I've had her just over a year. She really needs a molt as her colours are really dull compared to my other auratum. But yeah, that's her. Here is one of my Acanthoscoria geniculata, a giant white knee. Just going to see if she's hungry. Oh yeah, there we go. This species eats like pigs. Literally, they do not stop eating. Let's leave her to eat then. Here is another agenic, slightly bigger than the last one. You might remember her from my video a few days ago of my new additions. Yeah. I'm hoping it's a female, hoping and praying, because I love this species. Let's see if I can coax her out. Oh, okay. Nope, I'll leave her alone. That's how well their feeding responses are. I'll just see if I can. There we go. Yeah, let's leave her alone. Now these, I'm sure you'll remember. These two are the ones from the pairing video the other day. There's the male, and there's the female. I've called the female Evelyn. For those of you that haven't seen the pairing video, feel free to go and check it out. Let's just remove this. Feel free to go check it out. Yeah, they will be being paired again. But I'm just waiting for him to make another sperm web. And he'll be going straight back in with her. Yep. You can't really see this one. You can just about make out what it is. This is my Samapoa Minya. I think it's a female, as the males tend to be a browny colour. She's black and orange. Let's see if I can. There we go. She's a weird one. Sometimes, well, when she molted, her bum was purely black. As you know, you can see it now. They've got these orange highlights on their abdomen. They're like stripes, but with a black line down the middle. And she was had just a pure black abdomen, and they're just starting to come in now. So yes, that's my Samapoa Minya. This is a very tiny Hapalopus sp Columbia, the pumpkin patch. I would feed her, but as you can see, her abdomen's looking a bit on the plump side, so I'm not gonna. But yeah, I had quite a few little problems with this one when it molted. It lost 2 of its legs in a molt. But it's molted again a few weeks later, and now it's got all its legs back. Usually on tarantulas you can tell when they've grew legs back because they're thinner than the rest of the legs, but with this one you can't really tell at all. So yeah, that's the Hapalopus Columbia, the pumpkin patch. This is my juvenile Nandu chromatus. I think it's a female. When it gets older, well, in another molt it's going to be going into a bigger tub. So not to worry about that. I'm going to be putting a plant pot in. I've not long moved it into this tub, so I'm just waiting for all the substrate to dry out, and then I'm going to put a hide in. So that's she is quite aggressive as well. I will show you her eating if you just give me a moment. Here we go then, a nice big Mario. There we go. Never fails to eat. Let's leave her to eat then. On to the next one. Can't really see this one. This is my adult female Ornithoctonus sp. No. Yes, Ornithoctonus sp Silver Grey. I think the common name is a silver grey earth tiger. I was going to rehouse her, but as you can see, she's made herself quite at home, and she has been living like this for coming up to a year now, so I'm not going to mess her about. She did lay me a sack, but yeah, it was a successful fertile sack, but I lost the slings to mould, unfortunately, so I've got to make a better incubator this time with more air holes. But yeah, that's her. She's absolutely stunning. Right everyone, here is my Harpactira pulchripes. Only a little juvenile at the moment, but I can't wait for it to get bigger. I've had this one about 6 months now. Oh, cat. I've had this one about 6 months now, and it's molted about 3 times, so they're reasonably fast growers. So hopefully it'll gain some size soon. Here is my scorpion, the Caraboctonus keysalingi. I'm not too sure on the common name, but I can show you now. These are not for beginners, as they're very aggressive. I'll show you what I mean. See how it's sticking its sting up? Here we go. See, that's scorpion fret pose. That is a scorpion you don't really want to mess with. I've been told their sting can pack a punch. Not dangerous, but not one you want to get stung by. So I'll put that back now, as it loves hiding under there. This is my panther. Yes, I know the enclosure is a bit small, but it will be going into a big one, as with some of the others. This is my Pantherbetis macula. Unsure whether it's a male or a female, but these are very easy to spot due to the Christmas tree pattern on their bum. If this is a male, he will grow up and he will be, if I'm not mistaken, I know if it is the right one, he will be bright purple. Well, he'll be black with a bright purple tint to him, so I'm looking forward to that. Whether it is if it is a male, I'm not too fussed with this one, as they're beautiful either way. So yeah, another one you're not really gonna. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Yeah, looks like another one you're not going to be able to see. This is one of my Monocentropus balfouri. Always hiding. It's only a little sling, but again made some. Oh, I see a leg there. Again, yeah, that's made some really nice webbing. So on to the next one. Right, I'm going to show these ones on the shelf. My drone. These are my P. regalis. One belongs to the missus, as you can tell by the name. That's the fiance's one, and that's my one. Beginning to pick up some size. They've both, well, yeah, they've both had one molt with me, and they've grown quite a lot through that molt. So yeah, that's them. Here are my White's tree frogs. As you can tell, he's gained some weight since the last video. Let me just get that to focus. There we go. He has gained some weight as well, but obviously not as much as him. I noticed today that he started croaking, so I'm looking forward to hearing that when I'm trying to go to sleep. But yeah, that's their setup. They have a bowl down there with waxworms and mealworms in, but they don't really tend to bother with it. But I'm going to leave it there just in case. So yeah, again, the white stuff, as you know, is as you probably know, it's calci dust. But yeah, there's a cricket down there that he's got his eye on. He's been watching that for the past hour. So yeah, I'll leave them to it, and I'll move on. This is my big adult female peonator, Moira, sorry. Named by my mother. Yes, she is a big girl. She's recently molted, and she was bought as an adult female, but that was through ventrally sexting, and I'm pleased to announce she is actually a female. So yeah, that's her. Some more that you're not really going to see. My Amothimus viola COPs, my 2 females. Oh yeah, I noticed last night well, you can't really pick it up, but she has webbed off the entrance to her log, so I'm hoping she's going into molt. So that's something to look forward to. Next. Now this here is the first ever tea I ever bought. Misty Red, her name is. She's quite calm, has her off days, brilliant feeding response. I'm not going to feed her because she has a decent sized abdomen. But yeah, I've had her nearly 2 years. And I hope to have her, well, I will have her a lot longer. This is my unsexed juvenile G Rosea, the chili rose, the red colour form. Yeah. She hasn't molted yet. I've had her about 6-7 months. And I'm waiting for that bald patch on her bum to go black. So, yeah, that's her. These are my pair of Aphonopalmasimani that seem to love redecorating. They are supposed to be male and female, but the seller was not too sure which was which. I have a feeling I'm not. Obviously, I will wait for a mob, but I have a feeling this is the male and this is the female. But we'll just have to wait and see. His home does look really, really drenched. I have no idea why, because he hasn't been sprayed. The only thing I can think of is because they keep tipping their water dish over and the sub's soaking it up and making it really moist. So I've added a lot more ventilation to dry it out. He will not be sprayed until it's dry. Well, yeah, until it's dry, then he won't be sprayed. This one has made kind of a burrow. Yeah, with this species, they are very, very skittish, and they tend. I mean, I wasn't expecting it because I've never owned these before until a few weeks ago. I held this one and he bolted. He literally ran. But I like the tan on the underside of the spider. Oh, put the lid on because I don't want him to go in there with the other one. And there we go, there's her. She's quite calm. I still wouldn't hold them though, as I know how fast they are now. So yeah, let's move on. In here we have my Sicarius turosa sling. I could talk all day about these, but I'm going to cut it short. Basically, if you are not an experienced keeper, do not buy one of these. These are the world's second most venomous spider. So from what I've heard, there's been two bites recorded. The one lost a limb, and the other, yeah, he died. So not one for beginners. See if I can get it to come out. There we go. It's only a baby at the moment, but something you really, really, really want to be careful with. They can't climb, so that's a plus. So yeah, not for beginners. I'm not going to take the lid off as this one is very fast. Cricket will be being removed, by the way. This is my Pelanobius. I don't know how to pronounce the first bit. I'm going to try anyway. The Pelanobius muticus, the king baboon. Just for you. There we go. And there it is. Only molted once since I've had it. I've had it about a year. So relatively slow growing. Quite a nice size abdomen on it, so I'm not too worried about it not eating that cricket. So yeah, let's move on. Here we have another M. balfouri, a juvenile. She or he is just there, if you can make it out. Only just got its colours. It was pure grey for ages. Then it molted and now it's got its colours. Well, I'm well proud. It took forever for it to molt though. I was waiting roughly about 8 months for it to molt. You can just see a bit of the blue leg. They look more black at the moment, but they tend to go a bit darker once they've molted after a few months of molting. But yeah, you can just make out the blue. Yeah, let's move on. Another one you won't see. This is my Cereopagopus hattie. Yeah, she stays down there. As you can see, she's dug out a little window at the bottom, but can't really see her. So yeah, that's the Cereopagopus hattie. I think the common name is the hattie purple, even though they're more blue, but let's move on. Again, another one you're not really going to see, but my OBT sling lives down there. Oh, just see a leg. But yeah, that's only just been put in there, and it's burrowed down already. So yeah, let's move on. This is my Brachypalma albiceps from the BTS this year, 2016. She was £45. She molted a few days after I had her. I'm not gonna poke and prod. I don't like doing that anyway, but she's very aggressive. She loves eating as well. I'll feed her for you guys. Give me a moment. There we go. And there we go. She loves the food. Right, let's put her... Oh yeah, these enclosures... Oh, I've already done a video on these enclosures, but... Yeah, again, I'll mention again... I got them cheaper at the BTS. They were £22 each. I've got two. I'm going to show you what's in here in a moment. Plenty of ventilation along the sides and the back. So yeah, if you want any of them, head to the spider shop online and they'll sort you out. Next up is my other auratum, a female, another female. I've got two females. She could feed as well. Let's offer her something. Oh, there we go. Oh, putting up a fight. I'm still waiting for her to molt. She's bought as a female though in a trust spider shop anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, let's move on. Here is Skylar, my juvenile female bee smithy. I'm noticing a bit of mould. That's nothing too much to worry about yet, but if it gets worse, a substrate change will be done. But yeah, that's Skylar. I got her off Gary McGowan. I'm sure most hobbyists in the UK would have heard of Gary. He's a great guy, yeah. Got a nice decent choice of teas to buy. Yeah, that's her. Here is my adult female Grammostola conception. Yep, she tends to sit there most of the day. She's webbed up there, so she don't really like going in there, I don't think. But oh yeah, also if you ever, I don't know if you can see them, if you can see the little white things in the water dish, if you get them, don't worry about them. They're just springtails. They're a good cleanup crew, so don't panic about mites. If you see, they are quite, if I can get a focus on them, yeah, they're moving around. They're quite long and jumpy, but yeah, don't worry about them. Yeah, I'm thinking her abdomen looks a bit black. It might just be a colouring though, so I'm not too sure if she's coming into molt or not. I have tried feeding her a number of times and she's not interested, so hopefully she is in pre-molt. And hopefully I'll get a molt off her soon. Yeah, next one. Right guys, this is my Euaphyllus SP Red, the Chilean Flame. They are the most docile tea I have ever come across. If you're new to the hobby, you're looking for what tarantula to buy, I highly recommend these, as they are an amazing spider. They are so curious. Well, she hasn't done it at the moment, but usually when I take the lid off, they don't stand still or sit still or whatever you want to say. But oh, here we go. Here she comes. They're so curious. Here she comes. Here she comes to see what all the light's about. Right, yeah, that's her. I'm going to put the lid on before she escapes. Here is my juvenile female Grammostola actaeon. I think the common name's the Mexican red rump. No, could be the Brazilian red rump, I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's a juvenile female. Very good eater. I'm surprised she's sitting still. Usually she runs in there and hides. But yeah, that's her. Here are my 2G Portuguese. The normal Chili Rose, normal colour form. This one's Morticia. And this one's Esmeralda. They're both adult females. This one was bought from Peter Holmes. Great guy, fantastic. If you ever have it, if you ever want to buy any teas, just let him know and he'll tell you what he's got in stock. He's a great guy and very friendly. Great service as well. Again, this one's off Warren Davis. Brilliant guy. Oh, let me just put that lid on. Brilliant guy. Been in the hobby quite a while. And he's a well-trusted seller and breeder. So, yeah, any of them two, Warren Davis or Peter Holmes, look them up on Facebook. Yeah, that's my 2G Portuguese. Down to the last two now, guys. You will not see this one. This is another M. Balfouri, the Socotra Island Blue Baboon. She is way down there. She is roughly about here. She has molted, but the molt was trashed, so I couldn't sex her, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm not going to leave you staring at a tank of dirt for long, so I'll move on. Right, guys, unfortunately, we've reached the end of the video. But to conclude, this is Pube, my adult female Brachypalma albopilosum, hobby form, obviously, as you can tell. Her bum's black because she's in very heavy pre-molt, so I don't want to disturb her too much. But yeah, she's made a nice web mat there. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone.